What I'm doing right here, right now, is crazy. This used to take me 6 months. This is doing the work of 5 people. If you are a creator, a freelancer, or you have a product, the best way to grow in 2025 is to have smart systems, the right tools, and proper AI workflows. Because if you're running a business solo, you probably feel like you need another 5 people just to keep up. That's why I'm going to show you how I replace the work of 5 key roles in my business using AI tools and systems that are incredibly easy to set up and cost barely anything. I'm Gina. I've been building businesses for over 2 decades, and now I help creators, freelancers, and product owners build systems that actually work. You don't need a team, you don't need huge outgoings, you don't need more courses. What you do need are the right tools and workflows and someone to show you how to do it properly. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I use AI to do the workload of 5 different key roles. A personal assistant, a project manager, a CRM manager, an editor, and a social media manager. All with tools that I will show you how to implement step by step for free or very low cost. By the end of this video, you will not only know how to outsource at that very low cost, but you will also have a new system with which you can grow your business by yourself. Now, I'm lucky in a sense because I had a background in simple editing. But still, when I started my journey at creating content, it used to take me hours to edit videos. I would tinker away in iMovie, then I upgraded to Premiere Pro, and even with the use of templates and a bit of knowledge of editing, it honestly took me 2 to 3 days to get it right. Now, I upload my footage directly into Descript, and I get a video within minutes. Let me show you how. So this is Descript. This has replaced the entirety of my production team. I no longer outsource my video editing, and not only does it do my video editing for me, it also does all of my social clips. It is so simple to use. All we need to do is go to New Project and add our video file. This will then start transcribing and building your video. Now, as you can see, this has now built out an entire transcription of the video. Descript is fantastic because you edit the video by simply deleting text from the transcript. But what is even faster is we have this section here called Underlord. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Edit for clarity. Looking at the fact that this is about a 9-minute video, I'm going to keep the intensity quite low because I don't want it to be too overcut. And this is going to come through and pull out sections that we can cut. I'm going to click Done. I am then going to shorten my word gaps. Now, I like to have the word gaps at around 0.4 seconds if they're longer than that, so I will click Shorten All. 35 of those will be shortened. Then all I need to do is make sure my video fits the frame, and this video has been edited to be just the content that I need. I can then go here and I can do things like create captions, I can get it to write chapters, I can do a ton of things from here. And what's really interesting is I can use this section called Repurpose to create clips. When I upload a video that is me talking to camera, I can also use Quick Design, which will then take that single script video and create titles, create B-roll, create graphics. It's incredibly powerful. This 9-minute video has taken less than 20 seconds to edit and repurpose, whereas previously that would have taken me 3 days. Descript is also amazing because you can save your own scenes. I use this to edit my videos now, and I have different layouts that I have pre-programmed so that when I come to edit a video, what used to take me 3 days now takes me about 30 minutes. To export, you just choose Export up here, and you can export it in a myriad of ways. But editing the raw footage of a video into your main video and your social clips has now gone from taking about 3.5 days and costing a lot of money for Adobe to £27 a month, and probably around 20 minutes. And now a big one that takes a lot of hassle away and just helps you plan your weeks better. I'm a huge fan of spending your Sundays to set up your business, and using Later has meant that I can do all of my social media within that one time, taking away the need to have a social media manager. Later is an amazing tool, and it used to be just scheduling, but now it has AI integrations that build out the role of an entire social media manager. I already used Descript to create my highlight clips, and what I can do is every week come in and populate my social. It's as simple as drag and drop. It also has AI automations that will write your captions for you. It will enable you to add your first comment, and it will enable you to start learning when is the best time to post. With Later, I also automate my replies to comments, but everything that used to take a social media manager the entirety of the week can be planned out every single week in advance, months in advance, to auto-publish, to write your captions, to respond to your messages, all for less than £9 a month. When I was starting out building my own business, I used to waste hours trying to manage my inbox. Instead of getting a personal assistant, what I actually did was built an automation that takes every single one of my emails, checks them for me, then pulls them into a to-do list so I can work through them in my own time. Now, Make is an excellent product. I use this and it is completely free, and you will never need anything more than the free version. What you're going to do is sign up with your email account and come over here to Create New Scenario. I have already built these for you, so I will walk you through how to do them. Once you click Create New Scenario, you will see a blank page like this. It is a big plus in the middle, and you have a lot of options in which to build your automations. This, you are going to start with your Gmail. You need to connect your Gmail. Now, a warning here, you do need a business Gmail account in order to build these connections. It doesn't actually accept personal Gmail at this point, but any business email will work, and you can get really cheap ones from Ionis. Once you have that connection, you will get some data into this folder field. By clicking this, this will bring up all of the folders that you have your email organized into, so you just want to click All Mail. We're actually going to go for Simple Filter because we are going to filter through our next step, and our criteria is all emails. Now, I hate having notifications, so I will click Mark Emails Messages as Read, but this is up to you. For the maximum number of results, this is the number of results processed during a cycle. You will never need more than 100 unless your business is absolutely huge, so it's fine to just choose 100. We are then going to click Save. This will have configured it. All you need to do now is choose your starting point. I would say do it from now, but you might be setting something up at a later date. All you need to do is click one of these and click Save. Now, the next thing you will see is a big red plus here, much like we have next to Notion that says Add Another Module. Obviously, I've already set this up, so it was here, but we add another module and we go in to add that module, and we again choose through all of our options and pick Notion. Now, I have set this module up, so let's go in and have a look at that setup. You want to build your connection again, and this connection is for a free Notion account. I have used Notion for the last 5 years. It is absolutely excellent. So you are going to click to add your connection. It will prompt you to go through your Notion sign up to Gmail and add those permissions. For this, we're going to select from the list, and to find, all you do is search and type the beginning of your database name. Once we click OK, this will build up all the databases that we have that match those search terms. So I will choose the database it is linked to, and it will generate the ID for me. What we then want to do is map the information that we are taking from our Gmail into the Notion template. The subject is going to be the information coming into my database, and change it to the actual text content. All of the rows in my to-do list will have the text from the email. If you have additional entries, for example, if we change this search to a different database, you will find other entries come through. So you can go through and add these entries to match your Google Mail. Once you've done this, we simply click Save. Now, another step to make sure this is really useful is to add a filter between the action. So we've got it set up that our Gmail is filtering through to populate our Notion table, but I don't want every single email in there. So what I want to do is create a filter. And that is made by clicking on these 3 joins between the 2 modules. Click into here and label this as whatever you want to label. So mine is labeled as action because this is the action I'm taking in between. In this, you fill in some very simple conditions. If we clear all of these out, I'll show you how they're made. Our condition is going to be that the text content contains follow-up. So within the text of the email, if it says follow-up, is probably something I need to do. I will also create another rule, an or role, where again, the text content is equal to a word that I know is going to come up in something that I need to action, and that is project. And I can keep going through and adding in my text content and things that we are looking for in our emails, And most importantly, I can come into this every week and also see if my email address is a client I'm working with. So check and filter for any emails coming from any clients I'm working with so that anything from a client goes directly to my to-do list. Once you've set this up, you want to test this saying run once, and you can change how often you run this. You want to run this at regular enough intervals that it fills into your to-do list. So I set mine at the default of 15 minutes. Once you've done the test, make sure you can activate the scenario. But that is how I never check my email anymore. All I do is go in here, change my filters every week if I've got a new client, and all that work is done for me. Now, if you have your own product or service, or you are a freelancer or consultant, tracking your clients and tracking people that you are trying to work with is a headache. That's why I built this automation straight into a CRM system that I have actually already built for you, so that you can keep on top of it without having to pay the thousands of dollars a month that things like Salesforce and Sage cost bigger businesses. This is again built with the free version of Make, which is enough to cover everything that a small business needs to actually automate. Now, another automation that I have set up in Make is that I take all of my leads that I generate through my lead magnets and convert them into a Notion table, which is already built out as a fully functioning client. I use Card to build my landing pages because they are either free for the year or $19 for their own URL. And from Card, you have a lead capture source that goes into a Google Sheets. The full journey from creating your branding to building your website to building your lead generation is on my site. But let me just show you how I take a sheet of Google leads and populate them into a CRM system so I don't have to have a CRM manager. In Make, we are going to create another scenario. This scenario has a starting point of a Google Sheet. So we are going to click into Make New Scenario with the module of Google Sheets. This is where you configure your Google account to your mate. You want the search method to be search by path, the drive to be your drive, your email drive, and then your spreadsheet ID, the name of the spreadsheet within which you want to be collecting the leads from. The sheet name is the sheet that you are working with. I have never changed my sheet name. The table does contain headers, and I'm going to put in the rows that have the headers so they don't pick up the information from the header. Again, I need to put a limit. My limit is going to be 200 just in case I have a huge amount of leads come in one day. When I then click the next module to add a module, I have added Notion. And again, my connection is still there. I will need to enter a database from the list that we already have, and I can search for this by looking at what I know my title is and Make coming up with the databases that are mapped to that title. We are going to do some mapping again. So with this connection, we need to make sure that the spreadsheet fields are matching our database fields. These three nodes here are the database fields that I have for my lead CRM. So all I do is I go in and my Google Sheet information will be here. So I just need to match my name and my email and know that every time this automation runs to pull the information from Google Sheets, it will take it and match it into my lead system. Run it, check it's running, automate for every 15 minutes and make sure you've saved it. Now let me show you where that goes in order to cut the need to have a CRM manager. That automation is set up to populate this dashboard. Every time a new lead is added into my lead magnet, it creates a new line into this dashboard mapped to these properties. This means that I can simply come into this database and click the opportunity template. This will build up everything that I need to know about this client. The offers related, the contacts, the meetings I have scheduled, the deliverables within that offer. Everything is smart built so that this opportunity is also shown on revenue, on different contacts, on the meetings that I have to schedule. It's also part of the onboarding. It's also part of my deliverables. And it is also something that will highlight to me when I haven't contacted them lately enough. Again, this tool is set up automatically so that as soon as you have that information pulled from your Google spreadsheet, it is auto-populating so that I can keep on top of it just with 5 to 10 minutes a day. This database is part of the Service Business Launch Kit. It is an entire kit that builds your entire service business, your freelancing, your consultancy from scratch using smart automations like this. So all you need to focus on is the delivery of your service. If you want that, grab it. It's in the description of this video. But this automation from landing page all the way to my client CRM instantly without me doing it has replaced the work of an entire person. Before I automated this workflow, every project felt like I was starting from scratch all the time. I've used tools like Trello, Asana, Monday, and it's fantastic in working through, but setting it up was always exhausting. That was until I found Notion. I then spent the next 4 years perfecting my templates, and I'm going to show you how I use a bespoke built template to manage all of my projects that you can actually grab for free right now by following the link in this description. Now, what's exciting about this tool is that you can have it for completely free. I have built this for you because it's so useful. I want to just give it to as many people as possible. So click the link in the description and get yours for free. This is how I build all of my content. And this is how I have built out other channels to utilize AI workflows to build repeatable systems. You don't need a project manager. What you need is the proper tools set up to help you along your way. This whole template is everything that you need in order to create content. Instead of having a project manager keep on top of everything, write out every single little task, I have set this up so that every time I come to make a piece of content, I simply have to click new, and it is populated with everything that I need to do. And then I also just have to click this button. This will create all the tasks that I need to do in order to get this complete. It will also populate my task list, my brainstorming space so I can write it out, my production board, my calendar, and it will mean that all I have to do is work through left to right to get everything done, ticking off as I go. That is reflected back in the template and back on my main homepage. This system means I don't have to hire a project manager. All I have to do is every Sunday set it up properly with due dates, with reminders, and it will run my projects for me. Now, this resource is completely free, so grab it now. But I have built out an entire toolkit with how to set it up automatically on my site as well. What used to be an entire person is now one brilliantly bespoke Notion template. So this is exactly what my AI business looks like. I have set up these tools and systems for less than £30 a month. This £30 a month does the work of 5 people and means I don't have to hire anyone or have any huge overheads or risks. It also means that I, as a founder, can focus on the things that matter. The new way to build businesses is to make sure that your systems, tools, and workflows are set up to work for you. I've already done a video on how we now approach building businesses and how the next billion-dollar unicorn is going to be built by a solo founder using the framework that I have built into the Solo Founders Blueprint. Check out that video and sign up for the Solo Founders Blueprint so you can build a business better with just you, your tools, your systems, and less risk and money.